Buddies of Nashville was an idea that was kind of formulated by 3 or 4 people in the Nashville Area Junior Chamber of Commerce in 1969, headed up by Mike Rose,
Dan Smith, Bill Klein,
Bill Turner, and there was
Eddie Holt, all those guys are just wonderful human beings.
We had like 4 of us that met in an apartment, and each had some leadership roles in other organizations. And Bill, for instance, was a really sharp finance guy. Dan was a terrific fundraiser and well known throughout the city.
Mike said, why don't we get together and let's talk about something I've been thinking about for a while. And he described the idea of the mentorship of a big and a little working together. Pretty soon we all kind of bought into Mike's dream.
When Buddies was started, there was an obvious need within the community to serve one-parent children who needed a positive influence. So we knew that the need was greater than necessarily had the capacity, and it still is today.
We just felt like Nashville needed this program. We knew that there were an awful lot of, at this time, just boys. They were growing up in a single-parent house or no-parent house, and that a male influence would be terrific.
The organization's goals at that time were very limited. I think we were looking at a particular need and trying to meet that need, but it was on a much smaller scale basis than it is today.
It was a little more hand-to-mouth at that point in time as a young organization.
The goals that were set from the beginning were pretty modest and mainly had to do with fundraising. And at the time, we were able to get some private donors, but our biggest effort was with the United Way.
It seemed like everybody in the world wanted to make this thing go.
The 4 or 5 or 6 of us that helped start this thing all were totally committed to seeing it succeed.
The most important single asset is the positive involvement of a third-party adult role model in their lives.
How many kids did we start with? It actually was 0. We had the idea and we knew there was a need, but an awful lot needed to be done before we could have our very first match.
Once we got the word out, we didn't have any trouble recruiting the young boys. The problem was, and probably still is today, in getting quality adult males.
We had small goals and milestones, and we were excited when we could make them and disappointed if we didn't.
Oh, it's a pleasure, and I think things are getting done. That's the main thing. Is that I think we saved some kids.
25 matches, then 50, and when we made it 100, oh boy, we've got this made,
Many times the kids pushed us up rather than us pushing the kids.
In 1999, Buddies of Nashville changed their name to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Middle Tennessee to respond to the changing demographic of the Middle Tennessee population. In 2013, we served 1,626 children and realized some great outcomes along the way. 89% reported positive strides in their confidence in completing schoolwork. 88% showed improvements in their relationship with parents or caregivers. 84% improved or maintained their grades in school. And 82% avoided risk behaviors like drug or alcohol use, skipping school, cheating, or hitting someone. Mentoring matters. Will you help continue this legacy?
There is such a need out there, and kids, I don't care whether they're good kids, bad kids, straight A students, they all need a pat on the back there now. Somebody to pay attention to them. Well, great time of life.